Welcome, watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and I'm looking at Rodland, the Amiga conversion of the arcade game of the same name. Now, this version is probably the most arcade perfect you're ever going to get. I love this game on my Amiga, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a platform affair, as you can see. You take control, and it's two players at the same time, so it's even better. So you take control of these fairies, Tam and Rit, I believe they are called, and the idea is to clear the stage of enemies, or if you want to try for the bonuses, you can clear all of the flowers on the screen first, which converts all the enemies into bonus extra letters when you defeat them. So I mean, from a graphical point of view, it's spot on, absolutely arcade perfect, and that's always a good thing because you like arcade perfect games. You know, New Zealand Story on the Spectrum. That was not actually a bad effort, as we already know. The Amiga version of Mrs. Grimsdale. Yeah, so there you go. Also an arcade perfect conversion. So there. Yeah, so this is a really nice game, and if you've ever played Rodland on the arcade, now I have actually reviewed the arcade version of this, so if you haven't seen it yet, then go ahead and try it. Now, I do believe that this differs slightly, that you can actually use your rod when you're on ladders. I don't think you can do that in the arcade version. I could be wrong. But I'm just going to say that this game is completely, and I mean completely, overloaded with cuteness. Absolute cuteness. Even the sharks are cute. I mean, that just shouldn't be a thing, should it? But, you know, there it is. Oh, yeah, we got an extra life. There we go. That's cool. So, yeah, the extra life bubbles change letters if you leave them long enough. They've done a great job on the graphics, as you can see. And I absolutely adore this game. Just because it's just fun, simple to play, and you don't need too much thought power behind it, which is great. Look at that shark, look how happy he is. Why is he happy? Why? What's he done? Never trust a smiling shark, that's all I can say. So yeah, it's a really nice, you got all the different colours. I think we're playing as Tam at the moment. And if you play as Rit, he's blue, he's got blue hair, and everything is, it's a bit Bubble Bobble-ish, isn't it, really? But done in even Bubble Bobble's a cute game, isn't it? I don't think I've seen the, oh yes we have, we've done Tiny Bubble on the Amiga. Yes, 600 plus videos, and I can't lose track of what I've already done. So I know I've done the arcade. I have to go back through my videos and just double check that I haven't actually reviewed anything that I'm about to have a look at, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it, doing two videos of the same thing on the same system. So there, yeah. Anyway, it's a good fun game. And there's lots of levels, lots of stuff to play through, lots of bonuses that you can look. He's happy little shark. It's cute. Anyway, yes. So the idea is literally you clear the screens and you'll move on to the next one. Acts like Bubble Bobble very much so in that respect as well. I would actually say that Bubble Bobble was probably the main inspiration behind this sort of game. Actually, I'm not saying that that's you know the reason that this game was done, but I think it was probably a good contender because, you know, Bubble Bobble was a great game. This is a great game. Pang was a great game. New Zealand Story, great game. All sort of similar, apart from New Zealand Stories are not a single screen at a time game. But this is a great game, and I love it. I love it, absolutely love it. And I think you will too. If you're a platformer fan, you are going to adore this game. And if you're not a platformer fan and you're maybe just a bit curious, then it's worth having a go. Those completionists out there, did you know that there's actually a sort of sequel built into the arcade? You have to complete the game first, but then there's a secret code that you can put in, and then you can sort of play the unofficial sequel, or I suppose it's official, unofficial, I don't know. It's made by the same people, so I guess it's official. But a bit weird putting the sequel in the same arcade cabinet. But there you go. Look at these peas in a pod or whatever they're supposed to be. Broad beans, I don't know. I'm not doing very well, I keep getting killed. You'll notice that when you do lose a life, that you shrink into a tiny little fairy and then fly away. Yes. And so there we are. That's about it for graphics, really, isn't it? I mean, you know, they're as arcade perfect as you're going to get them. The backgrounds are what they are, which is, again, arcade perfect. The enemy sprites are great, and animations are silky smooth. Love it. Love it to bits. So there you are. And this plays on a humble 500 as well, by the way. It's not a 1200 game. Oh, no. This is a 500 game. So dig out your 500s and have a go. So we'll move on. Controls are really nice, actually. So you've got up, down, left, and right. And then you've got fire button, which uses your wand, and that's it. And then you press fire over and over again once you've trapped them in your wand bubble, whatever you want to call it. And then you just keep smashing them from side to side. Puny God springs to mind, but there we are. Anyway, it's a really nice game. The controls very, very responsive, which I like. There's nothing worse than a game that doesn't respond to the controls that you're trying to do at the time. So that gets another bonus thumbs up for that. So well done. I love the fact you can use your ladder anywhere that you want. You don't have to worry about... I'm going to lose another life balls. Yes, so you can use your ladder wherever you want to. But bear in mind that enemies can also use your ladder. So just be careful of that as well. You can sort of buy yourself a little bit of time by smashing your enemies onto the other enemies' heads. And that'll give you a little bit of breathing room. So there. So yes, it's very, very good in that department. So we'll move on to sound and music now because, well, this does both. Ha! In your face, Zool. But yeah, it's very good. It's got the original arcade soundtrack on it. It's got sound effects. What more could you ask for? It's even got ladder sound effects, and it's got wand sound effects. It's great! Explosions and all that jazz. So, but actually I lied, there's no jazz in this game whatsoever. But, you know, never mind. Oh, missed him. That's a shame. Oh yes, these things duplicate, so you're in for more of a sort of a long haul if you don't take them out early. Extra game, yay! So we're going to throw that guy down there. We'll drop down and then we'll smash his face off the floor. Like this. So yeah, sound, music, controls, graphics, all top-notch. Playability, absolutely on the money. If you played Rodland in the arcade and you enjoyed it, or even one of the home system ones that you've played before, I've only played it on the Spectrum and the arcade and the Amiga. So I've still got the C64 and the Amstrad. Now the Amstrad was the first home conversion that was made. So it'll be interesting to have a look at those down the line somewhere. I've still got to cover Bubble Bobble on a selection series as well. So there we are. Lots of fun to be had, ladies and gentlemen. And so, yeah, the playability is bang on. Absolutely bang on. If you enjoyed the arcade game, you're going to love this. That's as simple as it gets. If you enjoy platformers, you're going to love it anyway. There they are. There's Written Tam. I'm not sure the rabbit is. But there you go. Replay value. Oh, yes. Now, the fact that it's 2 players simultaneously really puts it up there in my view, because one, you've got the replay value of a single player game, but then you've also got a replay value of bringing a friend round and trying to complete it with your best mate, because that's what we do, isn't it? So you've got that option as well, which is really, really good. So it just increases the longevity of the game, which is even better, because when you buy a game, you want it to last. You want to play it multiple times, and you know, you want value for money at the end of the day. Now, I do believe this would have been around the $9.99 mark, because I think this would have been a premium game, as it was back then. $9.99? You can't get a game for $9.99 these days. Well, okay, you can, but not big budget games. I'm talking. You know, this would have been this wouldn't have even been a budget title. This would have been a main big cardboard box game. Oh yes. On the Spectrum, it probably would have been $4.99. So even looking at those, it wasn't cheap. I mean, the most expensive game I think I saw for the Spectrum was $14.99, and I think that was Shadow of the Beast. Something like that, anyway. Amiga games were generally around the $9.99 to $14.99 games, unless they were budget range, in which case they were $2.99 to $3.99, and even $4.99. Titanic Blinky, for example, was a budget game. I've not reviewed that one yet. That's another one to add to my list. But there we are. Lots of new games coming out as well, by the way. Not just these games that I like to review. I like to review brand new indie games as well. We've got another one for the Amiga coming up very soon, which is cool. C64's had a lot of love lately, which is great. I shall be exploring more of the C64 library because it's one of those systems that I just don't give enough time. A bit like the Master System, I could do with doing a few more things on the Master System as well. But if there's anything you'd like to see, let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. So yeah, because sometimes Gamer's Block is a real pain in the backside. And yes, it's a real thing because you come to review something and you're like, what the hell am I going to play today? So yeah, it's not easy at all sometimes. Sometimes being a gamer it's difficult because, well, yes, Gamer's Block sucks. I will be going live again soon. I haven't done a live for a long time, mainly due to being ill over Christmas. I kind of broke up my flow. I can't believe I nearly just got that for the extra life and it disappeared. It's that shark's fault. I blame the shark. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this review of Rodland on the Commodore Amiga 500, and I think you should go and play it right now. Yes, now. Ah! Poo! See, I was considering telling you guys off, and I got hit by a shark spit bubble. I guess that's what it is. What a delightful thought. Look at them on the balloons. They're having such fun. So yes, I shall leave you now with a couple of minutes extra, so you can check it out with the sound pumped up a little bit, and I will bid you farewell until the next time, which should be very soon. I hope you're enjoying the more frequent content coming to the channel as well. As before, it was kind of like one a week, and now we're pushing out 2 to 3 titles a week, which is quite nice. I hope you're enjoying that as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on everything as well. The channel is kind of yours as well, because without you, I wouldn't have a channel, and without me, you wouldn't have any content on this channel, because that'd be weird not having any content just because of me. Anyway, I shall bid you farewell for now, and I shall be back very soon. Until then, folks, you keep it retro, and as always, it's bye for now. Ta-da!